Welcome to Lesson 7, multiplying a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. So in this lesson we are going to start multiplying bigger numbers. So let's begin with an example. So if we want to multiply 135 times 2, first thing we're going to do is take a look at our big number here, 135, and break it down into the numbers that make it up. So we know that 135 has 100 in it, it has 30 in it, and it has 5 in it. So those three numbers put together. So really our question is 100 times 2, 30 times 2, and 5 times 2. So pause the video for a minute and see if you can get the answers to these three questions. So 5 times 2 makes 10, 30 times 2 makes 60, because 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 3 is 6, and 100 times 2 we know makes 200. So my next step now is to add up those three answers. So I'm going to take 200, add 60, add 10. So the first column we have all zeros. 6 plus 1 makes 7, and 2 plus nothing makes 2. So the answer to our question, 135 times 2, is 270. Let's look at a different strategy for multiplying that number. So I'm going to use the traditional strategy for multiplying that we learned about in a previous lesson. We can do it with 3-digit numbers as well. So we start here by multiplying 2 times 5. And we know that the answer is 10. So the 0 goes here, 1 comes up here. Next I'm going to do 2 times 3. And 2 times 3 is equal to 6, but I have to add the little 1 at the top, which makes 7. And then finally I do 2 times 1, and I know the answer to that is 2. So that's the traditional method to multiply. A lot of people like it better, it's quick, but you can use whatever strategy you choose. Let's do one more example together using the traditional method. So 7 times 9 is my first question. We know that 7 times 9 makes 63, so 3 comes down here, little 6 at the top. Next I have 7 times 4, and that makes 28, and if I add 6 to 28, I get 34. So 4 here, 3 at the top. And finally, I got 7 times 6, which is 42, plus the 3 makes 45. So I put in my 45. So 649 times 7 is equal to 4,543. So for a review, I'm going to give you 2 multiplication questions to try. We're not going to do them together here. You're going to do them on your own, and then you're going to check with your teacher if you got the right answer. And that is the green light that you will need to move on to the practice section of this lesson. So first try 108 times 4. And then try 325 times 3. Once you have your answers, check with your teacher if you are correct.